Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello, guys. Welcome to Global Happenings today. All right, a lot has been happening, and especially in the Senate as they resume their sitting today. But then we have a trending news here for you, and it borders on some of the dramas that have been going on in the Senate. And the headline of the news reads: Presidency react to Sen.Abaribe's call for APC government to be stoned. And fairly recently, or just some few hours ago, the president has been asked to resign by Senator Abaribe in the Senate for failing Nigerians in security matters. But before we go on, let's look at details of the news. And the news have it that aides to President Muhammadu Buhari on social media, Loretta Onoche has lambasted the senator representing Abia South, Senator Sen.Abaribe, over his statement on the state of the nation. Abaribe had on Wednesday, while speaking on the floor of the Senate during a debate on insecurity in the country, called on President Muhammadu Buhari to resign. He even went ahead to opine that if the insecurity continues in the country, Nigerians might stone the APC government. Ike by the lawmaker's statement, the presidency through Madam Onoche said it's true that security issues are sad concern around the world, including Nigeria, but Abaribe went too far. According to her, Nigeria should ignore whatever Abaribe said, especially stoning the president. And I'd like to read her words here. And she said here, security issues are sad concern around the world, including Nigeria. Buffoon, that's what he calls Abaribe, and that is a hate speech. He said, Buffoon, Eninaya Abaribe, telling Nigerians to pick stone to stone them is out of place. It's a call for anarchy. To those who listen to him, Nigeria is not Senator Ike Kweremadu. Don't even try it. Don't. And she went further to say, Abaribe has tried with Nnamdi Kanu to rip this nation apart and fail. When Atiku said there will be more headsmen killing if Buhari was re-elected, who said anything? How many stones did Abaribe throw? Please throw the first stone. We are waiting. Wow. All right. And let's look at some of the response of Nigeria. A lot of people have reacted to this because it's so serious. If you take a retrospect from last year till now, the issue of insecurity is quite unbearable, and that is why the southwestern governors were refusing or refuse to dissolve their own idea in settling security matters in their region when they formed Omotekun, and Nigerians all applaud them for standing so strong to ensure Motekun continues. Nigerians, the entirety of Nigeria, we are really tired. And fairly recently, we've heard about what just happened in Plateau State. The level of killing has increased in a geometrical progression. But then before we go on with discussing this, we just want to look at some responses of Nigerians. And this one said, yeah, Atiku was right after all. The killing triple continue and it's getting worse every day. Besides, the APC during campaign urged Nigerians to stone them if they fail. So what's wrong in Abaribe reminding them that they have failed us and should be expecting to be stoned as demanded? And the second person said, why is she angry that the same language they use against... Okay, said, why is she angry? That was the same statement or language they use against Jonathan. Another person here said, maybe we should start with the idiotic woman. Can you compare yourself with Abaribe? Go and stand for election and win. Then you can talk to him. You are a mere employee that can be sacked anytime. Zombie. And, it's really amazing that she had the mind to call Abaribe, call Abaribe Buffoon. And that is just a show of... poor moral standard on her side. We call that moral bankruptcy, for you to open your mouth and make such utterance. We've been talking about hate speech and all of that. I think that is good enough for her to be nailed. But however, let's just look at what other people are saying. This one says, stone issues came from APC during their campaign, that they said that if they do not perform within 6 months of coming to power, Nigerians should stone them. Are they reneging now? Oh my God. A lot of reactions. And this one saying, please don't throw stone at Buhari. Just use tear gas. A warning police action. Neo, the person who really deserves not even a stone but concrete to be hurled at her is Onoche. And don't you forget to aim at the head part with the greatest surface area and hunch. Of course, you understand, Sha. And the last one we're going to be taking says here, it said, Madam Onoche, I know you know the truth, but you decided to go this way. Continue what you are eating today. That blindfolded you will soon finish. 4 years is already counting. And that's absolutely true. 4 years is not far. You know, most of the time when you see the truth, there's no need to hide it. And the best thing, if you are on the other side, that's the other side of the people who are believing lies, sometimes for people to respect you, you shut your mouth. It's not everything you have to respond to. Yes, she is the media person for the presidency, but as it concerns this matter, I believe that if her own people are involved in this, in other words, if her family is a victim of this, she won't make the utterance she's making. The rate of killing is accelerating in a geometrical progression. It has never been like this. Despite the fact that, according to what we heard, that the military is really fighting Boko Haram and all of that, but everything seems not to be working, not to be working at all. You can imagine that these guys are not just, standing one place to, fight. They are progressing every day. They are eating into the fabrics of Nigeria. They are breaking into different regions. Before now, it was just Borno. But right now, we are hearing Plateau coming into play. Zamfara State is coming into play. Niger, the Sani Musa, the senator representing Niger, that's a constituency in Niger, cried out that the level of insurgent, the level of banditry, the level of kidnapping is on the increase. He was screaming that they should come to his aid. They should please come and assist them, that it has never been like this. Just to show you that whatever that is currently going on is not stopping anytime soon. And right now, just a few days ago, I read in this thing, one of the papers, precisely in Zara Reporter, they came out and they reported that right now so much ammunition has been brought into Nigeria, and the new areas to be targeted is, he mentioned Edo State, he mentioned Kaduna and some other states, and already we are hearing the effect of Boko Haram in Edo State now. This is just to show that things are getting out of hand. And if the present day government do not take cognizance of what is happening right now, I beg to say that Nigerians will consider this present government a failed government, a failed state. Nigeria is a failed state, if you ask me, from all indication, because if our sovereignty is threatened this far, whereby these guys whom we thought with the expertise of a retired general, I'm talking about the president they call president, with his expertise in military and with his expertise in fighting war, he will be able to curb the issue of insurgent. And up till now, instead of the thing reducing, what we are seeing that it is increasing. Unfortunately, it therefore means that this government has failed, and their failure is really on the increase. If nothing is done about this, I can assure you that very soon Nigerians will go on the streets to tell the whole world that what we are experiencing here is not fair enough. I watched a video of a particular woman whom they read her own case, but right now she's not in Nigeria. Right now she has traveled abroad. How they came to Nigeria, they just came for a visit, to Nigeria, and on her way to a particular place, he said their tires were busted, and when their tire got busted, they had to, the husband had to stop. If you check the internet, you see what I'm talking about. She had to stop by to check the tire, only for Fulani headsmen to come out behind them, and not just coming out behind them, they were on a car and no, sorry, they were on a bike, and in front of them also some other guys on military uniform came out. And before they knew, they were kidnapped. The woman said she was raped severally all through the night. She was raped, and after the raping, they transfer about 8 million naira from their own account. She even went further to say that other Nigerians were seen there, and that the whole thing is like a cartel. Now, the big question is, does it mean that Nigeria is so difficult for us to send drones that will view where these people are? According to her, she said she understands a little bit of Fufude, and that one of them, the way one of them was talking, said something about that they have to pay the guy at the top, who is, kind of closing his eyes to whatever that is happening and all of that. So with all of this put in place, you just realize that there are some secret people who are doing this thing in this government. And I think it is ideal for the presidency to wake up and take up this case seriously. If not, by the time Nigerians begin to react, Abaribe has just already set a pace for Nigeria. Whatever Anocha is saying, she's just blabbing, she's talking gibberish, because you are not dealing with fools, you are not dealing with animals, you are dealing, or you're not even dealing with children, you are dealing with adults who are every day seeing the reality staring at their face. At first, all what we heard was that, Boko Haram has been conquered, Boko Haram has been conquered. We saw reports, every little strike in their own camp, and the military will come out and be showcasing it to Nigerians. And we are like, oh, thank God, these guys have been caught. So to some extent, our brothers are they will be protected. But unfortunately, what we are seeing them now clearly show all of that was propaganda, because the reality is now staring on our faces, and this is really, really disheartening. Guess what? If I want to tell you the truth, no, Nigerians are traveling abroad on a daily basis. Some are even leaving to places like Ghana. Just a friend of mine who he was dealing on shoes. Before I knew, went to his shop, he said, well, he has already traveled to Dubai. I said, what is he going to do to Dubai? He said, he has gotten a job there. He's already there. You just realize people are leaving every day. And by the time I now crave to know the reason why, they say, man, I can't stay there, because the way this thing is eating, it may come to virtually all the geopolitical zones in Nigeria. And by that time, there won't be any escape route for anybody. So the wisest decision to take is to take a walk from Nigeria, since the government of the day has failed us. Now, this is what we are seeing, and it's really, really not a good one. For the presidency to react like this, for me, it's like they don't even respect Nigerians' feeling. They don't even feel what we are feeling, and it's absolutely wrong. Go to our comment section, let us interact. What's your position in respect to what Abaribe has said, and do you think is ideal for not just